Welcome to Leadership Sovereignty, the podcast. I'm your host, Ralph Owens, along with Terry Beller. In today's episode, we'll touch on topics such as the importance of the need to negotiate salary, the power to negotiate, a career versus a job, negotiation preparation, and understanding the value of the seat. Enjoy the show. All right. Hello, world. We are back again. Back with another exciting episode.
Yeah, I think this one's going to be fun. I think it's going to be fun. I don't know if we really talk about this much. Most people say, "Man, don't play with my money."
That's
So
right.
they don't even talk about it.
Yeah. It's definitely something that you learn how to do well over time through experience, right? You getting in there and having to negotiate a salary. All the components that come with that. I think we got some really good information to share that'll help some people as
Yeah,
it pertains to negotiating salary moving forward.
sure. It's funny. What kind of led us down this path is someone reached out, and it was amazing to me. This person shared they had not negotiated a salary in probably, I don't know, 10 or 15 years because they were a part of a union. I'm
Oh
like,
wow,
what is that? I,
wow,
I don't even,
yeah,
yeah, it was. And so I just, started sharing some things. And I think, Ralph, I had bounced it off of you, just saying, hey, this person came to me with this story. And, you know, this, maybe we need to talk about this.
mm. Yeah. It's an important topic. It's an important topic because unless you're in the union space, which I don't know much about, but um, typically you're going to have to be able to negotiate salary for the jobs that you have. And
Yeah.
there's some fundamental pieces to that if you don't understand what you're doing, you only get one chance to negotiate that salary.
Correct. And I can't wait to share anecdotally um, about that experience because it goes into some of the things that you have in the notes that in terms of building out this show. And sometimes we really don't know the power of what it means to negotiate. Right?
Right.
It's not yes. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna say that.
That's right. That's right. Some people don't realize that they have the power to negotiate.
Correct.
They come in thinking that, oh, it's just whatever they say or whatever they offer. And
You know, I'm
mhm.
sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say there's more to that. You have more power than that. And we hope that this empowers you, right, to be able to do more. But you were gonna say?
Sure. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think part of it is too, man, I remember when I first got into the workforce and just the messaging that I received from my parents, right? Because, I mean, really, we are, I guess, second generation, I guess maybe third generation. I'll say third generation. And, um, you know, m- my parents didn't have this experience. So, it was simply, "Hey, man, get a good job," right? So, when you have a job, I think even let's start there. I'm not interested in a job. I'm interested in a career,
Hmm.
right? But when you get a job, you probably just accept what the job is paying, right? So
Hmm.
that experience or reference point that our parents, right? My mom just turned 90, man.
Mm.
So, I mean, what God has done from her generation to, my generation, and there are a few in there, right? I got brothers who are baby boomers, right?
Hmm.
So I think they had the experience of, going through a negotiation. But when I saw their work experience, it was more so, or getting that job, it was more so, man, let me just get my foot in the door.
Hmm.
That's what I saw in their
Hmm.
experience,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
College graduates really trying to get their foot in the door doing labor jobs,
Hmm. Yeah.
hoping to get the white collar job.
Yeah.
right? So I
Yeah.
think we were fortunate, right? We skipped the labor. We
Yeah.
skipped the labor line. I'll call it, or the that. And that's again, I'm grateful
Hmm.
that we had some folks serve in that role, right, in that place, because then it was allowed us to stand on their shoulders, right? We've
That's
always
right.
said this,
That's
Ralph,
right.
that look, we are standing on the shoulders of giants, right?
Yes.
People who have paid wages that we just don't have to pay.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Yep. One of the foundational people in my life, who I've mentioned before, my grandfather, came out of high school with some technical experience in being an electrician. Um, Went to technical school to get a certification. This is like in the 40s,
Wow.
right? Got that. And one of the larger employers in the town that we grew up in, Terry, is an aerospace company.
Yep.
And he went to go get a job there, and they told him the only job a black man can have is to be the janitor,
Wow.
right? Because he always wanted to be an electrician, but he had a family, so he took that job and became the best they had at that time for like 50 years. So
Wow.
when you say we standing on shoulders of giants, we are absolutely 100% doing that, because if he had not done that, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today. I wouldn't be here right now in this podcast today. So yeah,
Yes, sir.
100%. Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
that is that, and I think just going back, circling back around, right? You know, can we consider that a career or is it a job? And maybe that's a whole nother topic that we get into, right? Because careers allow, and I love how Ralph in previous episodes you had talked about. Gosh, is her name Carla? I keep forgetting her name. Harrison, right?
Carla Harris.
Yeah, Carla Harris. And I believe when you have a career, it will afford you opportunities for that lateral lateral movement, right? Which is, increased influence,
Mm-hmm.
right? Increased ability to impact multiple areas within the industry that you're working in, right? And so maybe that's a whole nother topic we get into, careers and jobs. And I feel
Mm-hmm.
like our parents and grandparents, um, we're going to give you this job, and then this is the only thing you can do.
Right. That's right. That's right. Yep. I think it's a great topic for a different episode,
Perfect.
because we definitely want to talk about that. But so let's jump into part one then, for the negotiating of the salary.
Yes, sir.
The preparation for the negotiation itself. Terry, you want to kind of start us off with that?
All righty. Let's see here. Yes, sir. So here's the deal, right? What we want to do is understand that, or articulate that, um, the goal of negotiating um, your salary is that we have to be clear about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have to understand um, what for this role, right, that I'm applying for, right? What I mean, as simple as this. What is the high and the low for this,
Mm-hmm.
right? Um, how in the city that I'm in, what here's a whole nother aspect of that. What does this salary go for in the city that I'm in?
Right.
Right. There's so many frameworks around that. And so but we want to discuss the importance of clear and assertive communication around that. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are going into a negotiation, these are some of the things that you want to have the employer know that you are abreast of.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in the Midwest, certain, it's going to be a different salary than if you're on the West Coast, simply
Mm-hmm.
because of the cost of living,
Mm-hmm.
right? These are, some of the things that we need to know. So,
Mm-hmm. So what I hear you saying is researching the market,
yes.
right? So that we understand, what the salaries are for the seat. And let's just take a moment to talk about the seat. So sometimes when people negotiate salary, they go into the conversation framing everything they're saying about themselves and what they think their worth is.
Mm.
And sometimes you have to separate your worth first from the worth of the seat. The seat demands a certain salary, right? So if
That's
this
good.
seat, if this position, and all credit goes to Carla Harris because I got that way of articulating it from her. You have to understand the value of the seat first, right? So if this seat is worth this in the marketplace, then don't ever downplay yourself to say that you're only worth less than that, right? But this is where researching the market and understanding the average salaries for this position pays you dividends before you even get into the salary negotiation, right? And then knowing your self-worth in that seat. So if there's a job that pays typically $100,000 a year for a role that you're applying for, and you have the experience, you have the talent, you have the expertise to get into that seat, and you understand that seat is worth $100,000, then never go in saying, "Oh, I was looking for 80,000," because you will discount yourself because there's an interesting dynamic that happens in a salary negotiation. They're trying to get you for as low as they can get you. You trying to get them for as high as you can get them.
And that's how it is. You
Yes.
cannot avoid that game, right? I heard someone say this. Matter of fact, my wife sent this to me. I love it. She said, you have to understand that business is a game.
Yes.
And the score, you keeping score by the money.
Oh, that's good. Tell Sister Baylor, I said that's a good one.
Oh man, I bet she messed me up with that. That's that's Byron Allen, right? Who owns the Weather Channel.
Yeah.
He said that. He said, look, understand this. Business is a game.
It is.
And the score,
yes,
is you keeping score by how much money
is
being
right.
either made or lost.
You are so right. You are so right. You are so right. So I mean, so doing your research, doing your market research, understanding the value of the seat, understanding the value that you bring to the seat helps you to create your case, right? That you want to bring to that hiring manager who's sitting on the other side of the table from you. You want to talk about what the industry's standard is or average is for that seat, right? And then you want to talk about how well you feel that seat. And even if you feel that seat and bring even more value to it, where you may be looking to ask for more, right? But you want to come in with a strong business case that comprises those components. You don't want to just come in right off the top, with no game plan, if that makes sense. Thank you for listening to the Leadership Sovereignty Podcast. We hope that you not only enjoyed the content, but gained something to help you on your personal leadership journey. Feel free to reach out to us on X and Instagram under the handles Leadership Sovereignty. Until next time, stay safe, peace, and blessings.